I took a deep breath and tried to calm the fire burning in my chest. Sana beta, why are you taking my things out? I asked as softly as my shaking voice allowed. She shrugged as if this was something completely normal. We need the room, she said casually. You can shift to the storage room. It's small, but enough for you. Storage room. A small, dusty space where we used to keep broken furniture and old paint buckets. My throat tightened. This is my house. I have lived here for 35 years. Your husband, my son, grew up in this very room. Sana smiled, but it wasn't a smile of respect. It was victory. Well, your husband agreed, she said coldly. He said you're getting old and need less space. He wants the master room for us. You should be grateful we're letting you stay here at all. Her words struck me like stones. My own son. My only child. The boy whose fevered forehead I held through endless nights. The young man whose tears I wiped on his wedding day. The child I protected with my whole existence. He agreed to throw me into a storage room? I grabbed the edge of the sofa to steady myself. My eyes burned with tears, but I swallowed them. I refused to break in front of her. You can't do this without asking the owner, I repeated, this time louder. She crossed her arms. And who exactly is the owner, A voice finally came from behind us. I am. The room fell silent. My son, Adil, stood at the entrance. But his face, his expression, it wasn't the face of the boy I raised. It was the face of a stranger. Adil walked toward us with firm steps. He didn't even look at me. Instead, he went straight to Sana and wrapped an arm around her. Mom, please don't start drama, he said sharply. Shift to the storage room quietly. It's not a big deal. Sana is pregnant and needs comfort. I blinked. Pregnant? I turned to Sana, shocked. You're expecting? She smirked proudly. Yes, and that's why we need the master room. My heart softened for a moment. A grandchild. My first grandchild. I prayed for this day. But the softness instantly turned into hurt when Sana continued. And pregnant women shouldn't live in stress. Your room is big and sunny. Our baby needs that more than you do. Before I could answer, she pointed at my packed suitcases. Take these and go. We've already cleaned the storage room for you. Adil nodded. Mom, it's simple. Don't make this harder. My hands trembled. Not because of the room, not because of the humiliation, but because of the coldness in my son's voice. Suddenly, behind Adil, a figure appeared at the door. My brother-in-law, Adil's cha-cha, the one who lived abroad for years. He stepped inside with an expression that shifted the entire atmosphere. Adil, is this how you treat the woman who raised you? Adil stiffened. Sana's face turned pale. But what none of them knew was he wasn't here for a casual visit. He was here with something that would change everything. My brother-in-law, Rashid, walked toward me and placed his hand gently on my shoulder. Bhabhi, he said softly, don't move your belongings. Then he turned to Adil and Sana with a stare that was sharp enough to slice through the silence. Adil, I came here today for a reason, he said. He reached into his bag and pulled out a sealed brown envelope. I went through your father's documents after settling things abroad, he continued, and I found something that all of you need to see today. Adil frowned. Chacha, what is this? Rashid opened the envelope and took out a set of papers. He handed them directly to me. My fingers trembled as I unfolded them. At first, the words blurred before my eyes. But then, enough became clear for me to gasp. The house ownership papers, and the name written under owner was mine. I looked up at Rashid with tears in my eyes. He nodded. Your late husband transferred full ownership to you after his heart attack. He told me he wanted to secure your future no matter what. The color drained from Sana's face. Adil snatched the papers from my hands and scanned them desperately. No, no, this can't be, he whispered. Sana's voice cracked. But we thought Adil told me this house was his inheritance. Rashid's voice thundered. Your father didn't trust your greed, Adil. He told me you were drifting away after marriage. He knew one day you might disrespect your mother. Adil staggered backward as if someone had punched him. I felt my knees weaken, but this time it wasn't from pain. It was relief. Rashid stepped closer to Sana and said in a calm but steel-hard voice, You asked my bhabhi, the owner of the house, to move to a storage room. Do you understand what you've done? Sana opened her mouth, but no words came out.
I stood silently for a long moment. Adil finally looked at me. Mom, I'm sorry, I didn't know. I shook my head. You did know, I said quietly. You may not have known about the papers, but you knew how you treated me. My voice trembled, but my heart felt stronger than ever. I protected you your whole life, and all I wanted was a little love in return. Adil's eyes filled with tears. Mom, please don't kick us out. Sana is pregnant. We made a mistake. Please forgive us. Sana clutched his arm, crying too. For a moment, I felt the softness of a mother pulling me in two directions. But then I remembered the suitcases. My memories, packed like trash. My value reduced to a storage room. I took a deep breath. You can stay here, I said finally. Both of them exhaled in relief. But, I added firmly, you will stay under one condition. They looked at me nervously. You will treat me with respect. No shifting me to any storage room. No speaking to me like I'm a burden. This house, my husband's dream, is not a place for cruelty. Sana nodded instantly, tears streaming. I'm so sorry. I was wrong. Please forgive me. Adil hugged me tightly. Mom, I promise this will never happen again. My heart softened. I placed my hand on his back. I forgive you, I whispered. But remember, respect is something you give from the heart, not something forced by ownership papers. Rashid smiled proudly, and for the first time in months, peace returned to my home. A few months later, when I held my grandson for the first time, Sana looked at me with genuine gratitude.
Stop right there. Don't take another step. My voice echoed through the hallway so sharply that even the ticking wall clock seemed to hold its breath. My daughter-in-law, Sana, froze mid-stride. She stood in the center of the living room with two huge suitcases, her lips tight, her eyes filled with a blend of anger and arrogance. But the thing that burned me the most wasn't her behavior. It was what she was trying to do. She wasn't packing to leave. She was packing my things, my clothes, my books, my memories, my whole life. And she was dragging them toward the door as if I was a guest, not the woman who built this home, brick by brick, with my late husband. I stepped closer, my heart pounding harder with each step. Sana, did you ask the owner of the house for permission before touching these? She rolled her eyes, flicked her hair aside, and exhaled dramatically. Owner? She scoffed. Well, technically, I'm the one who manages everything now, so yes, I don't need to ask anyone. At that moment, I felt the floor shift beneath me. I had no idea that this was only the beginning of the storm that would tear our family apart. And I had no idea that someone was watching the entire scene quietly, someone who would later flip this entire story upside down.